Good morning, y'all. Rashida here, the world's first and only dark skin activist. I am the creator, the inventor, the designer, the architect of the very first platform in history to fight to get rid of colorism, to get rid of darkism, to get rid of dark skin discrimination. And that platform is called Dark Skin Activism, which I created in 1998, way before there was the internet, way before there was, should I say, social media, not the internet, but y'all know what I mean. And the platform consists of me writing plays, books, and doing darkism talks about only dark skin. And I'm the first and only person to do this consistently, creating this platform. Around 2010, I brought the first colorism channel to YouTube. Around 2015, I went viral for calling out Kendrick Lamar's darkism, and Black people at that time, they said, what the hell is she talking about? And they mocked the hell out of me, and they said I was crazy. But a funny thing happened. They started to copy me. Countless people on YouTube have changed up their content based on my work, and they plagiarized Rashida, the dark skin activist. But there's only one originator, and that's me. You listening to her. So I want to say good morning to everybody. I want to say also, I want to give a special shout out to brother Angel Snup 7, aka Reality's Temple on Earth, aka Operation Exodus Mississippi campaign, because he inspired these series of Father's Day videos, because I did see his Father's Day video on yesterday, and he told the truth. He's a Black man that doesn't have any kids, and I feel that he's in a prized position to, call out some of the Black men in our community that are not being fathers and that are not doing what they're supposed to do. So I appreciate him for coming out and making that video, in light of Father's Day, But the flip side of it is this. I want to come back on here because I already made 2 videos entitled Fuck Father's Day, because of the anger and the resentment that I have towards those in the Black community that are not fathers, that are not raising their children. It's so important to have both parents raise your kid. And when you have a person, a man that's willing to stay in there and stick with their kids and raise their kids, to those Black men, I had to come back on here and say happy Father's Day to those Black men. But I say happy Father's Day with some trepidation here, because at the same time, folks, I'm an anti-natalist, okay? I'm an anti-natalist. And, that my anti-natalist sentiments applies to not just Black men, but to Black women as well, when we talk about these holidays that, thank the person that gave them life, as if, am I going to have this good life that is going to be without suffering? Is everything going to be all good? But the truth of the matter is, you brought children into existence that didn't ask to be here. Anybody that has birthed a child into this world, you procreated and they didn't give consent. Okay? And as an anti-natalist, I do believe that a lot of us need to abstain from procreation, because by virtue of bringing a child into the world, you're bringing them into harm. It's very simple. So it's nothing deep or nothing so academic, so intellectual to understand. This is a very simple concept to me. And I've always, in my heart, been an anti-natalist. Once I realized, oh my God, I'm here and I got to fend for myself. I got to have a job and work and do all this stuff. Like, what the fuck has my parents brought me into? What the hell? Why nobody ain't tell me all this was going to happen? And being a dark-skinned person, I'm going to experience darkism, whereas I'm a white child coming into the world is going to have a head start because they white. or a lighter skinned child coming into the world gonna have a head start because they're light skinned, but me being dark skinned, I'm gonna have to go through extra shit just to provide the basics of clothing, food, and shelter. So the anti-natalist side of me, there's some trepidation there. But at the same time, I still have to say to the fathers out there, I still have to say Happy Father's Day, because some of y'all, we can't sit here and say, and it would be disingenuous of me to sit here and say that all Black men in the Black community are not good fathers. I've never said that. I'm not going to say that because that's not the truth. Okay. My own child's father, I was married for 10 years to a dark-skinned man, PhD, and we're not married anymore. And I can tell you right now, I don't like him as a person. He was not a good husband, but he's a damn good father. I would never front and lie on the man. The man is a damn good father. Okay, I'm gonna keep that 100. And that's one thing about me. I might not like a person, you know. Marie, you said you want to participate in the link to the StreamYard. Here's the thing with the whole StreamYard thing. Let me tell you why I'm not particularly interested in having a person just at random hop on the stream with me. I prefer for it to be planned out, where we've had a conversation prior to coming onto YouTube and I've talked to you and I saw your face, because I'm being stalked right now. I'm a Black woman that's fighting against darkism. And because of that fight, there's an individual who last year stalked me, illegally recorded me in the comfort of my home, stalked me, harassed me, threatened to kill me, called CPS erroneously on me. He did a lot of evil things. He's a wicked, low-down, evil son of a bitch. Okay, that's just what it is. This person has for years harassed and cyber-stalked Black women online and incited violence. And I pray to God that eventually he gets arrested and charged for his crimes against Black women online. But you know, if we was white women, this person would have been arrested. He needs to be arrested. And I hope and pray to God that the women that have been victimized by him go to your local authorities and file charges against him. He needs to be arrested for cyber stalking, cyber harassing, giving out my personal information. This person has done a lot of wicked shit. And so for that reason, because I'm continuously stalked and harassed because of this person's actions, he's a very evil, wicked, vindictive, malicious person. I don't want to allow anybody to just pop up on my stream in the middle of it. I would have to see you beforehand and vet you. That's what I would have to do. So that is why. It ain't nothing personal. It's just because of the death threats that I've received at the hands of this person. It's the death threats that this person has incited his followers to direct towards me. The dead body parts that I've received as a result of this person telling people to threaten me. This person is a wicked person, and eventually he will be arrested and charged, not just for the criminal acts against me, but for the criminal acts that he's taken against countless other Black women who are fearful of him and his violence. And that's probably the reason why they don't want to go to the law. But eventually somebody going to stand up and they're going to go to the law, and they're going to file charges, press for charges to be filed against them, just like how I have done. And I will continue to do, because the person needs to be arrested for his crimes. So I hope that explains it. Yeah, so there are some fathers that the person that immediately pops up in my head, aside from my daughter's father, is I watched the show Ready to Love on OWN. That Ready to Love is actually my favorite show. Like, that's my favorite show. And there's a guy on there named Joel, and all the women, they like him because of how he physically looks. But that ain't the reason why I like Joel. That's not the reason. It's because he's a family man. His wife passed away. And there's some controversy around whether or not they were divorced before she passed away, but his wife passed away. Nonetheless, the mother of his children, may she rest in peace. And this man, you can clearly see from his interaction with the other people on the show, like, for example, when he went and cooked the meal, prepared the meal, and served, the other people that was at the house. That comes from a man standing in his domestic duties, taking care of his children. doing the stuff that's considered to be unglamorous, getting up, making the breakfast for the children, getting up, helping them get dressed, helping them with their homework, being physically present. So to those black men that engage in those activities on a day-to-day consistent basis, we're not talking about sometimes, we're talking about consistently. I'm not just talking about paying child support either, because you can pay child support and still not be involved in your child's life. But I'm talking about the consistency of taking care of your children. I'm talking about Happy Father's Day to those men. Okay, I respect those men to the fullest, because they are handling their business. And also, I want to say, you have some men out here that I got respect for too, as well, that not only they might get with a woman that, she already has kids from another relationship. And those kids could have came as a result of being in a marriage, or they could have came as a result of the woman having multiple baby daddies. But you got some of these men that will still get with these women, and they have kids from a previous relationship. They get with the woman. Sometimes the man will want a child from that woman. And those men will still take care of the children from another relationship. Now, me personally, I don't really condone that, because I think that the person that, unless the woman was married and let's say her husband passed away, or she had to divorce him as a result of him being abusive or something like that, if that's the situation, then that's great and that's fine. But if the woman had done slept around and had, let's say she got 5, 6, 7 kids, and each of them got different baby daddies, I don't think a man that doesn't have children, or maybe the man has one child, should come in and be responsible for taking care of children that he did not produce. So, but when I see, I could have my opinion all day and all night. We all know that men are going to do what the fuck they want to. They're going to be attracted to these women anyway, which I just don't understand it. I wouldn't want my son. I've already told my son, who doesn't have any kids, I said, listen, do not get with a woman that has kids. I sure did. And I don't make no apology for that. Some people don't like that. But I think you're selfish. You done went out and had your fun and laid up with all these different dudes, and now you want somebody to come in and take care of another man's responsibility. Absolutely not. I told my son, if you want to create problems and trouble in your life, if you get with a female that got a bunch of kids from other men, you're going to cause problems for yourself. Don't do it. And vice versa. It's Father's Day today. That's why I'm talking about the men perspective. But as far as women, same thing. If you are a black woman and you do not have children, do not get with a man that has children unless you want to create problems in your life, unless you want to deal with the baby mama drama and all the foolishness that come along with that, unless you want to be placed last on the list because you're not going to be first. You don't deserve that. If you have been disciplined enough to not run around here popping out children from this man and that man, why should you get involved with a person that has children from other people? No. If you are a single black female, don't get with a man that has kids. And if you are a single black male, don't get with a woman that has kids. The logical, sensible thing to do is if you are a single female with no kids or a single male with no kids, then what you need to do is find a partner that doesn't have kids. They need to be single without kids. Okay. But with that being said, we know that there are literally tons of men, and I cannot understand this for the life of me. I just don't get why you want to invite drama and problems in your life. Some people are just stupid. I think it's stupidity. But for those men that have taken on the task of getting with a woman that has multiple children from multiple different men, and I already excluded the ones that were married. I'm not talking about married women that had their children in wedlock, because I have respect for that. Okay. I'm talking about the ones that have different baby daddies. I can't respect that. But for the men that have gotten with these women and decided to take on the responsibility of taking care of their children who are not yours, my hat's off to you. Because you, I mean, and you're doing a good job. I'm talking to the ones that are doing a good job, the ones that are doing a good job, doing it from their heart. The ones that are treating the children equally as if they, the children were their children, or, you know what I'm saying, treating the children good. Those are the ones, because there's some bad ones out there that, you getting with a woman that has kids and you're treating the kids bad. I'm not talking to y'all. You ain't gonna get no happy Father's Day from me. I'm talking about the ones that's doing right by the children that are not theirs. Okay. Those are the ones. I want to be very clear here, because you have to make some distinctions here. I have to make some distinctions here and draw the line in the sand when I'm giving out this happy Father's Day. Okay. Mine comes with some conditions. Okay. I'm gonna be honest. Mine comes with some conditions, but I want to salute those guys because they don't have to do that. They don't have to get with you and take on your responsibility and another person's responsibility. And some of these women, they think that, a man has to be with them and they got that makes no sense to me. I don't know why you feel entitled to a man dating you or marrying you, and you have went out here and had a bunch of children from multiple men. Why do you? That's a whole nother lie. But I think that's selfish. Me personally, I have actually turned down men who wanted to date me. I said, go date somebody else that doesn't have kids, because I care about them. I'm not a selfish ass woman. Like some of these women, they just looking for somebody else to clean up their mess that they created. You're fucking selfish. I can't deal with women like that. I don't respect them. I've had guys that didn't have no kids, good job, good looking, all that. A thirsty type of selfish woman would have jumped on it and said, hey, you know what? I'm finna deal with this dude, get married this dude so he could take care of me. He ain't got no kids. It's gonna be all about me and my kids. That's how some of these selfish women will do these type of men. You understand? But when I have been presented with that type of opportunity, I told the man, go find a woman that doesn't have kids. You deserve that. You don't deserve to take on my baggage. No, I've actually turned these men down. I had one guy for at least 3 or 4 years. He just kept on pursuing, and I said, no, I don't. I feel like you can do better than me. You deserve to have a fresh start. Okay, but again, I could talk to them blue in the face. We still gonna have those men out there that are going to still date and marry women that have multiple kids from multiple baby daddies. So to those men that are doing it the right way, with they decided, I'm gonna take on this responsibility, and they're doing it the right way and they're handling their business, I want to say happy Father's Day to you, because you don't have to do it. And I really feel like those men should really be applauded, because they're literally taking on someone else's responsibility. Like, wow, they really should be applauded. So yeah, that's what I have to say. I'm not gonna be on here long. I want it to be fair and balanced in terms of how I really feel. Y'all listen to my Father's Day video, and that's just directed towards the deadbeats that don't take care of their kids, straight up. But then I also understand, and I'm also honest enough to say that there's a flip side of it. There are some good Black men out there who are taking care of their kids. And I want to say happy Father's Day to the sexually responsible Black men who don't have children, who know that they're not ready. And they decided at this time, I'm not going to procreate. So the brothers like Angel Snuff, I think we need to start saying happy Father's Day to those men, because they see the world that we live in. They see that they may not be ready economically, emotionally, and in other aspects. And they say, I'm not going to bring a child into this world. We need to also be telling those guys, the childless Black men, because those guys are diamonds. They are worth more than gold. Those are the ones that these unscrupulous females will, with all these children from multiple baby daddies, they'll go out and try to put their claws into those type of men. I told my son, I am adamantly opposed to him dating a female with multiple children from other men. No. Okay. So happy Father's Day to those sexually responsible Black men who have decided at this time, I'm not ready to procreate. Thank you for being responsible. Thank you for not adding on to the social problems that permeate our community when you know that you're not ready. I appreciate y'all for that. That is the flip side of it. And once again, make sure y'all go to my brother channel and subscribe. It's Reality's Temple on Earth. Once again, Reality's Temple on Earth. Or you can YouTube Operation Exodus Mississippi Campaign, Operation Exodus Mississippi Campaign. And brother name is Angel Snup Snup 7. And yeah, that's it. That's all I got to say. Make sure you guys donate to my Cash App. My Cash App is $Rashida Once again, $Rashida Lala. My PayPal is icecreamladydream@yahoo.com. Once again, icecreamladydream@yahoo.com. My GoFundMe, please go and donate to my GoFundMe. My goal is to reach $10,000. I'm about $415 away. So I'm looking for a donor to go out there and make that happen. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you share the video. And thank you for taking the time to listen. And again, happy Father's Day to those fathers out there that are real fathers. You are truly appreciated.